I hope you can see my screen. Question number 1, section 1. We'll start from the section 1. It is of, you all know that it is about language study, grammar, and all other simple level activities, middle level activities, and difficult level activities. We'll start from question number 1A. Do as directed. Question number 1A. In do as directed, 5 questions are given. You have to attempt any 4, and each question has 1 mark. First question is about pick out the infinitive from the following sentence. The sentence which is given is, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient text. The sentence which is given is, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient text. Now you have to find out the infinitive from this sentence. As you all know, the infinitive from this sentence is to recite. Infinitive means to plus main verb. To plus main verb. So in this sentence, to and main verb is recite. So the infinitive which is given here in this sentence is to recite. So you have to write the number, question number 1, A1, first answer. Write the infinitive to recite, underline that infinitive, and in front of that you can write infinitive in the sentence, infinitive. Okay, to plus main verb. Now second sentence is punctuation. It is about punctuate. Punctuate the following sentence. Have you ever seen English soldiers fighting? Now in punctuation, you all know that you have to punctuate the sentence with proper punctuation marks, capital, small, full stop, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, etc. Okay, you have to focus on all these punctuation marks. So the sentence which is given here is, have you ever seen English soldiers fighting? And the punctuation for this sentence is, you can see here, double inverted comma, you have to write this sentence. Have you ever seen English? E is capital in question paper. E in English, E is small in question paper. You have to make it capital. English soldiers fighting. And after fighting, after completing the sentence, you have to give question mark and double inverted comma complete. Question mark. Question mark is important because it is a question. Have you ever seen English soldiers fighting? So here E will become capital. After that you have to give question mark, and then the sentence you have to write in double inverted commas. Next question it is about find out 2 hidden words of minimum 4 letters from the word. The word which is given is monument, monumental. The word which is given, hidden words you have to find out from this word which is given here, monumental. The word which is given is monumental. And minimum 4-letter words you have to find out. Okay, the first word, I have written some words here. First word, monument, M-O-N-U-M-E-N-T, monument. After that, mental, M-E-N-T-A-L, mental. After that, tale, T-A-L-E, tale, means story. M-E-A-N, mean, M-E-A-T, meet, L-A-T-E, late, etc. Okay, you have to find out minimum 4-letter words. 2 hidden words you have to find out. Extra I have written here. Okay, extra words I have given. After that, next question is, you have to complete the word chain of nouns. Okay, you have to complete word chain of noun. Word chain means just like Antakshari, but here you have to complete the word chain of nouns. Okay, and while completing the word chain of nouns, you have to write common nouns. Okay, don't use proper nouns, means particular name. You can't use that. Here I have completed. See, education is the first word which is given here in question paper, education. The word ends with the letter N. Okay, after education, the next word, it will be nation, N-A-T-I-O-N, nation, again N, N-U-T, nut, ends with T. After that, train, T-R-A-I-N, train. and ends with N, and again nest, N-E-S-T, nest. Okay. So this is the word chain which I have written here. You can use other words also. You can use other words, for example, education, nation, neighbor, rabbit, tractor. Other words also you can use, okay, and complete your word chain. It depends on you which words do you use here. Next, fifth question which is given here is identify the type of sentence. You have to find out what type of sentence is given here. Okay, whether it is assertive, interrogative, imperative. These are some of the types of sentences: imperative, assertive, interrogative, etc. Okay. Now the sentence which is given here is very easy. Can you cook? Can you cook? It is a question, and question mark is already given here. Okay, question mark is given, and if there is a question, the sentence is called as interrogative sentence. It is an interrogative sentence. So the question answer is very easy. The answer of this question is can you cook? It is interrogative sentence. Okay, so here we have completed all 5 activities from question number 1A. Okay, question number 1A1, 5 activities we have completed. It has all these activities has 1 mark each. After that, we'll come to some middle level activities. A2, do as directed. Do as directed. Now 3 questions are given. From 3 you have to solve any 2. Each question has 2 marks. Each question has 2 marks. Okay, first question which is given here is make 2 sentences by using the given word. Make 2 sentences by using the given word as a noun and as a verb. The word which is given here is question. The word which is given here is question, and you have to use 2 sentences, two different sentences by using this word. In first sentence you have to use it as a noun, and in second sentence you have to use it as a verb. So the first sentence which I have written here as a noun, the word question I have used here as a noun is I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Here it is the word question. It is used as a noun. I want to ask you a question. Okay. Other sentence, next sentence which I have written here is verb as a verb. The teacher questioned the students. The teacher questioned the students. Here the word question, it is used as a verb here. You can see the difference. You can find out the difference. I want to ask you a question. In this sentence it is used as a noun, and in second sentence it is used as a verb. The teacher questioned, it is action, the students. Next sentence, next question which is given here is, next question which is given here is change the given sentence into positive and comparative degree. Change the given sentence into positive and comparative degree. The sentence which is given here is IAF is one of the most potent air forces in the world. I repeat the question. IAF is one of the most potent air forces in the world. Now the sentence which is given here is in superlative degree. If you'll focus on the sentence has the plus most, an adjective which is used here in the sentence is potent. The adjective which is used here is potent. In degrees, you have to fully focus on the adjective and structure of the degree. Okay, the plus most plus adjective, it is superlative degree. And when the sentence in superlative degree, when one of the is used, there are some changes in positive and comparative degree also, which you have to note down. See the first sentence which I have written in comparative degree. First sentence which I have written in comparative degree, same sentence converted in comparative degree. IAF is more potent, most potent, more potent. Okay, in comparative degree. More potent than, potent is adjective, more plus adjective plus than. In comparative degree, usually we use than any other. But if the sentence, superlative sentence has one of the, at that time you have to write than many other or most other. So here I have used than many other. IF is more potent than many other air forces in the world. So this is the comparative sentence. Next sentence which I have written is superlative. Okay, superlative sentence. Okay, in superlative, the sentence will be, in superlative the sentence will be like this. Okay, see all of you. So sorry, in positive degree I have to write now. In positive degree the sentence will be like this. In positive degree, positive degree, the structure of positive degree is as plus adjective plus as. Very few. The in in superlative degree the sentence has one of the, that's why in positive degree it will become, it will begin with very few. You have to start the sentence with very few. Very few air forces, very few air forces, very few air forces are as potent as IAF in the world. Very few air forces are as potent as plus adjective plus as IAF in the world. Very few air forces are as potent as IAF in the world. This is in positive degree. This is in positive degree. So this sentence we have seen in positive degree. Next one, next question is about prepare a word register toward cricket. You have to make word register for the word cricket. And word register means what? Word register means the related words to the same field. Okay. Now cricket, related words to the word cricket are so many words I have written here: bat, ball, stump, stadium, umpire, batsman, third man, etc. All these words are related to cricket. You will get 2 marks here. Okay, even if you'll write some 4 words, you will get 2 marks. Okay, next question is about B. Question number 1B. Do as directed. Anyone you have to solve. 2 questions are given. 2 questions are given. You have to solve anyone for 2 marks. First question which is given. First question is given, which is given is change the given sentence into reported speech. Now reported speech means what? You have to convert it into direct to indirect or indirect to direct. If the question is given in direct speech, you have to convert in indirect. If it is given in indirect, you have to convert in direct speech. Okay, the sentence which is given question is, don't go away so soon, his grandfather said. Don't go away so soon, his grandfather said. This sentence, it is given in direct speech, and you have to convert this sentence into indirect speech. You have to convert this sentence into indirect speech. Now, while converting into indirect speech, if you'll see the sentence, it is imperative sentence. The sentence which is given in double inverted comma, it is called as reported speech. Okay, reported speech. It is in imperative sentence. Don't go away. Order is given. The reporting verb is said. So here, the reporting verb said, it will become ordered because it is order. His grandfather ordered him. Okay, his grandfather ordered him. His grandfather ordered him not to go away so soon. Ordered him not to go away so soon. The right answer is like this. His grandfather ordered him not to go away so soon. Okay. Then next question is pick out the modal auxiliary and state its function from the sentence. Pick out the modal auxiliary and state its function. The sentence which is given is, we will do the work. We will do the work. If you see the sentence, we'll easily pick out the modal auxiliary. The modal auxiliary which is used in this sentence is will. You will do the work. The modal auxiliary is will. And the function, even if you'll write the modal auxiliary, you will get 1 mark. And if you'll write its function, you'll get other mark, 2 marks. To express willingness. If you'll see the sentence, we will do the work. Here, willingness is expressed. Willingness is expressed from this modal auxiliary. So here we have completed question number 1, section 1. I hope you have understood for 10 marks. Now we'll see question number section 2, textual passage, first passage. Textual passage, first passage. Question number 2A. Question number 2A. Read the following passage carefully and complete the given activities. The passage which is given here in question paper, it is from Luncheon. If you'll see the passage, easily you can find it, easily you can understand, you can find out the answers also. First of all, I'll read the passage. I knew I could not afford caviar, but I could not very well tell her that. For myself, I choose the cheapest dish on the menu, and that was a mutton chop. I think you are unwise to eat meat, she said. I don't believe in overloading my stomach. She ate the caviar and she ate the salmon. She talked gaily of art and literature and music, but I wondered what the bill would come to. When my mutton chop arrived, she took me quite seriously to ask, I see that you are in a habit of eating a heavy luncheon. I'm sure it's a mistake. Why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? I couldn't possibly eat anything more unless they had some of those giant asparagus. I should be sorry to leave Paris without having some of them. My heart sank. I had seen them in the shops and I knew that they were horribly expensive. My mouth had often watered at the sight of them. So this was the passage which is given. First activity which is given is name the food items mentioned in the passage. The food items which are mentioned in the passage are caviar, salmon, mutton chop, asparagus. These are the dishes which are mentioned in the passage. You all know that Luncheon, it is a passage about a writer who goes to meet one girl, okay, and they meet at the lunch, and even though he doesn't have a lot of money in his pocket, he offers lunch to her, and total attention, it was on the bill only, and she was eating one by one. She was ordering different things, costly things, and the narrator was truly horrified with this bill only. Okay, like this, the passage stories in short. I told you the dishes which are mentioned are caviar, salmon, mutton chop, asparagus. Okay, all these foreign dishes are there. Salmon means it is one type of fish. Mutton chop, asparagus, it is uh, mm, just like vegetables, long vegetable. It is okay. Asparagus, small dish. Well, after that, second question is from the below given sentences. Pick out two sentences that indicate that the lady was doing actually the opposite of what she was saying. Four sentences are given here. You have to find out which two sentences are express that she was doing exactly the opposite thing what she was saying. Actually, she was saying that I don't eat too much, I don't eat heavy lunch, I eat very less. Okay, she was saying this, but she was giving order one by one, one by one, one by one. So opposite thing she was doing. Okay, so here you have to find out that thing. The first sentence is, I think you are unwise to eat meat. Second sentence is, I don't believe in overloading my stomach. Third sentence is, I see that you are in the habit of eating a heavy luncheon. And fourth one is, why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? Now, from these four sentences, the two sentences which indicate that the lady was doing exactly the opposite of what she was doing are second and fourth one. Second one, I don't believe in overloading my stomach. This one, because she was eating one by one, she was giving orders and eating different things. And last, fourth one, why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? Actually, she was saying that she was eating one thing, but even though she was saying this, she was not following that because she has ordered different things. So these are the two different sentences which tells us that she was doing opposite of what she was saying. Question number 3, activity 3. Question number 2, activity 3. Third activity, fill in the blanks with the given words. Fill in the blank in the given words. Now 4 words are given: effort, task, menu, and wondered. Effort, task, menu, and wondered. Now you have to find out which option is right for which sentence? The first sentence is the dash to rescue the flood victim was very difficult. Second sentence is I was thinking about buying a new vehicle, and if we had dash, if we had the money. Third one is the restaurant dash seemed to be tempting. Fourth one is you cannot dash to waste time with friends during exam. Now here in first sentence, the perfect option which is suitable is the task. The task means a work allotted to do. The task to rescue the flood victims was very difficult. To rescue means to save the flood victims, the people those who are affected by flood, those who are caught in flood, was very difficult. The task. Second one, I was thinking about buying a new vehicle, means new car, and wondered if we had the money. Wondered means I was thinking whether I have money to buy the car or not. Wondered if we had the money. Third one is the restaurant menu seemed to be tempting. Means the menu card which was given in the restaurant, it was very tempting one. Different types of dishes were there. You cannot afford to waste time. Afford means what? You cannot bear to waste time with your friends during exam. When your exams are going on, you should not waste your time with your friends. Instead, you should study properly. Activity 4, question number 2, activity 4, do as directed. Grammar now again. The sentence which is given is she ate the caviar and she ate the salmon. You have to use not only but also and rewrite the sentence. Now while writing this sentence, you can see that there are two sentences actually which are joined with a coordinating conjunction and. Okay, she ate the caviar, this is first sentence, and she ate the salmon, this is another sentence. Now if you will see this sentence, then you will find out that main verb ate, she ate, it is repeated again. She ate the caviar and she ate the salmon. Two times it is used. She ate, she ate. Now, when the main verb is same and it is repeated, at that time you should avoid repeating that, and instead of that you should write like this. She ate not only the caviar. I repeat, she ate not only the caviar, but also the salmon. Remove and she ate. You can see here the sentence I have written answer is she ate not only the caviar but also the salmon. I have underlined. See, when you write a particular answer, to focus on that, you have to underline. Paper presentation is very important so that the examiner will be impressed with you. He will find out the answer easily in your answer paper, and he will get good benefit, good marks for that. She ate not only the caviar but also the salmon. Next question which is given here is, you are unwise to eat meat, she said. Rewrite in indirect speech. Again, reported speech is used here. You are unwise to eat meat, she said. Now, this is very assertive sentence, simple sentence, assertive sentence. Now, here, we're writing it in indirect speech. See, she said that. She said, reporting verb said. After that conjunction, she said that. She said that. He or she, actually, it is he only. For the male, for the writer it is, she said that he was. Now here you are, the sentence which is given in reported in indirect speech. In direct speech, you can see the reporting speech. Okay, reporting sentence, reported speech which is given in the question. It is in continuous present tense. You are, it is in continuous present tense. And if the sentence reported speech, it is in continuous present tense, in indirect speech, automatically it becomes in continuous past tense. The tense is changed here. That's why she was, he was. Instead of are, we have taken was. Continuous present tense becomes continuous past tense. He was unwise to eat meat. You have to change the pronoun and change the tense. This is the rule of indirect speech. Last question, activity 5, personal response type question. The question which is given here is, which food do you prefer to eat? Home food or restaurant food? Home food, homemade food, or restaurant, hotel food? And why? Obviously, everyone, I hope you have written that I would always prefer to eat homemade food. Definitely homemade food is best one. You all know that. Because why do you prefer homemade food? Because you all know that it's healthy, nutritious, affordable. You can cook it according to your taste, your mother, your parents, yourself. You can cook it according to your taste. Okay, spicy or less spicy, whatever it is, you can taste, you can cook according to your taste. So here, see, in personal response type, simple answer I have written, but I have underlined the important answer, to eat homemade food because it's healthy, nutritious, and affordable. You can, you means you should avoid wastage of money also in hotel, you know, GST, all these, that extra charges you have to pay. Instead of that, you can bring home whatever you want and you can cook veg, non-veg, everything you can cook at home like this. So here we have completed question number 2, textual passage. Okay, then question number 2a. After 2a, we'll come to question number 2b, next textual passage. Read the following passage carefully and complete the given activities. Question number 2b. This passage, it is from Kailash Satyarthi's lesson of a speech of Malala. Okay, Nobel Prize acceptance speech. It is taken from that. So already it is late. So I will not read the passage now. Directly I will explain the question and answers. Please try to read the passage. Already I have read that. I have written the answers. First question which is given, activity B1. Activity, name the following. The girls Kailash Satyarthi regarded as his daughters, means the Kailash Satyarthi, he refers, he calls the names of his daughters as the names which are mentioned in the passage are, you can see last paragraph. In the last paragraph, second line, Malala, Kainat, Shazia, all these names are mentioned. He calls them as his daughters. See, it is given here. I have started calling her my daughter Malala. Not just Malala, my daughters Malala and other daughters, including other daughters. What are the names? Kainat and Shazia from South Africa, from Africa. Okay, these three names are taken here as his daughters. Kainat, Shazia, Malala. So answer is like this, 2 marks. B2, list for example of progress made in the last couple of decades. What do you mean by decade? Decade means a period of 10 years. A period of 10 years. In the last couple of decades, what progress they have made? The passage, the answer is given here in first paragraph. The passage begins with the same line. We have made progress. We means they. In while writing answer, we have to change the pronoun. You have to write they have made. Okay, they have made. What progress they have done? See, in the last decade, what 4 things you have to write. 4 examples you have to write. They have reduced the number of out of school children. The children, those who are out of school, they have brought them to the school. Out of school. Thus, actually, the passage, you know, is on the same theme. Okay, to help children, child, to stop child labor. Okay, so the number of out of school children by half they have reduced. First activity is given. First example I have underlined. First one, they have reduced the number of child laborers by one third. This is second example. The number of child laborers is reduced. Child labor means, you know that today government has passed a law that you can't keep any child who is below 16 years, 18 years old in your hotel, this, that, etc. You can't take any type of work from him. It is called as child labor. So number of child laborers is reduced. This is second example. They have reduced child mortality. This is third example. Malnutrition, this is fourth example, and child deaths. Extra one I have given from the passage which is taken here. Okay, 5 examples I have given: child mortality, malnutrition, child deaths. Next activity which is asked is prepare a word registered related to education. The word register related to education, so many are there: school, teacher, books, knowledge, students, etc. All these words are related to education. You have to write any 4 example for 2 marks. Okay, 4 example, any 4 example you have to write. I have written here some: books, school, teacher, knowledge, students, etc. Exam is there, other words are also there. After that, next is grammar. B4 activity, do as directed. It is grammar only. Same again, the question is repeated. Comparative degree. Rewrite the following sentence using positive and comparative degree. The sentence which is given here is in a superlative degree. The biggest challenge. You can see the biggest. Big is adjective. Est, the plus adjective plus est. It is superlative degree. The biggest challenge not knocking at the doors of humankind is fear and intolerance. This is comparative superlative degree. You have to write in positive and comparative. First of all, we'll see positive degree. Positive degree, no other challenge. Begin the sentence with no other challenge knocking at the doors of humankind is as big as. Big is adjective, as plus as, it becomes positive degree. As big as fear and intolerance. Fear and intolerance. Comparative degree, fear and intolerance are bigger than any other challenges. Are bigger than any other. Adjective plus er plus than any other. This is structure of comparative degree. Adjective plus er, bigger than any other challenges knocking at the doors of humankind. This is comparative degree sentence. Next important question, B5 activities, personal response type. What will you do if you come across a beggar child? If you see a child begging on the street, road. In Mumbai, you can see this. It is a very common sight. Okay. What will you do if you come across a beggar child? Now you all know that the chapter, the lesson, the is on the same theme. That's why, see, what can you write according to the passage? Whenever I come across a beggar child, I will give him some money or food. Means you will help that child to eat. You will give some money or food to eat, and will, most important is, I have underlined, see, what is the important thing which is expected here? Answer, will try to convince him or her or her parents or guardians who is with the child to send him to schools instead of begging on roads. Instead of begging on the roads, you will try that the child should come to school. That is important one. Then you will get full marks. This is the expected answer, personal response type. Now next section is section 3, poetry section. Now there is one important correction here in question paper. If you have seen this question paper, there is one misprint in poetry section. What was that misprint? 2 poems are given actually. In question number 3A, the poem which is given is Where the Mind is Without Fear. And in question number 3B, The Night of the Scorpion, the poem is given. But the activities which are given in question number 3A are related to the Night of Scorpion. And the appreciation which is asked, it is based on 3A, Where the Mind is Without Fear. So you have to do vice versa here. Activities you have to solve for question number 3A, Night of the Scorpion. And then appreciation for question number 3B. Okay, I hope your teacher has told you all this correction. We know this. See, you can see the poem Night of the Scorpion. You know this poem. It is written by Nissim Zikil. It is about a poem. Mother's love is depicted here in this poem. A scorpion bites the mother and how she suffers with that. What are her feelings, etc. All these things. What the people do, the peasants, the farmers, the illiterate people, superstitions, what are focused here in this poem. Okay. Now we'll see the questions. Write the following. The mother found relief after dash hours. In poem, the answer is given. The mother found and relief after 20 hours. 20 hours, you can see here, the answer is given. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. After 20 hours, she felt good. The character of the father, which is given here in the poem, he was dash and dash. He was, my father, skeptic, rationalist. How was he? He was skeptic and rationalist. Means what? A person who believes in science, scientific person, like this, not superstitious person. My father was a skeptic and rationalist, like this. How did the father react to the situation? Second question, complex factual. The father was desperate and rationalist. He tried all sorts of things to cure the mother, to cure the mother, to cure his wife. He tried all sorts of things, medical things, herbs, these, that. See, it is given here. He tried all things, powder, mixture, herb, hybrid things. He brought everything. He even poured some little paraffin on the toe of the mother and bitten it, put a matchbox to it. He tried everything. Give an example of personification from the poem. Give an example of personification. The example of personification: I watched the flame feeding on my mother. See, I have underlined. I watched the flame feeding on my mother. The flame feeding, it is example of personification. Why? Because the flame which is coming out of the fire, it has given the human quality of feeding. To feed, it is human quality. And the fire has given human quality of feeding. That's why it is personification. When any object or non-living thing is given human quality, at that time it is called as personification, figure of speech. Next, we'll see the appreciation now. Question number 3b. Read the poem and write the appreciation of the poem. The points are given for appreciation in question paper: title and name of the poet, rhyme scheme used, figure of speech, theme or central idea in the poem. Okay, now see, you have to write it in paragraph format. This is important for 5 marks. You have to write the title of the poem is Where the Mind is Without Fear. Already it is given in question paper. The title of the poem is Where the Mind is Without Fear. You will get 1 mark. The name of the poet who has written this poem, in the end it is given in question paper. You can see that Rabindranath Tagore. He is the name of the poet. He is the poet. The name of the poet is Rabindranath Tagore. One more mark you will get. The rhyme scheme which is used in the poem. Now what do you mean by rhyme scheme? Rhyming words, and you have to give the names A, B, like this rhyme scheme. Actually, if you'll see this poem, you will come to know that there is no rhyme scheme in the poem. There is no rhyme scheme. And when there is no rhyme scheme, it is called as free verse. The poem is written in free verse. It is written in free verse. Okay. Next, figure of speech we used. The figures of speech used in the poem are personification, alliteration, etc. The figures which are used are personification, alliteration, etc. The central idea, the theme of the poem is, the poem is a prayer to God. Rabindranath Tagore, he has written this poem as a prayer to God. The poet asks near God to awaken. To awaken means to enlighten his country, the people of the country, into a heaven of freedom. Besides political freedom, after independence, this poem was written. So we have got political freedom from Britishers. But actually, even though we have got freedom, there were so many superstitions, illogical things were there. Indian people, they were believing on casteism was there, poverty was there, different problems were, social problems were there. So here the Rabindranath Tagore, he says that besides political freedom from British, Tagore appeals to God that he expects that he should give social freedom to people, educational freedom. In olden days, only men were allowed to take education, girls were not allowed. Some particular caste people from particular caste, they were allowed to take education. Understood? These things were there. So here he is expecting that educational freedom should be there. Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, you know the example. Okay, educational exam freedom should be there, economic freedom should be there. All people, they should do any job, they whatever job they want to do, they can do that, they should do that. Economical freedom should be there. So all these things he expect for the people of India. This is the theme of the poem, appreciation, for 5 marks. So after appreciation, we'll come to the next part. It is unseen passage, section 4. Section number 4, unseen passage. Unseen passage, you have to read the passage. The passage is about anemia. Anemia means what? Anemia means when your HB, when you lose the blood, means you, when the percentage of blood in your body, it becomes very less. It is called as anemia. Anemia, it is major problem in women, children mostly, because today junk people, students, children, you all know that everyone is eating junk food. Junk food means what? Chinese, vada pav, this, that. Children are eating that. Healthy food they don't eat, and that's why what happens, they can't get proper diet, nutrition to their body, and that's why it results to anemia. This is what the passage is about. Now we'll come to the activities. Activity 1 from question number 4a. Activity 1, A1, complete the following sentences. In girls, anemia leads to, what does it lead to? In second paragraph it is given, leads to early delivery in future, low birth weight babies, and higher maternal mortality rates. In delivery, mother dies or children die, mortality rates are very low, very high. Okay, they means they have to face lot of problems at the time of delivery. Okay, leads in girls, anemia leads to this different problem. Second one is, we can prevent anemia by increasing. How can we prevent anemia? In last sentence it is given, it is preventable disorder adding, by adding rich food items. If you will eat healthy food, healthy nutritious food, or if you will take, to increase your blood levels, iron folic tablets are also available, which increases blood level, hemoglobin in your body. We can prevent anemia by increasing rich food items to the diet and taking iron folic tablets in our body. This is the answer. Third one is, anemia is preventable disorder, means it can be cured. Cured means what? Which can be healed, which can be cured. It is preventable means it is cured also. You can cure that disease. Anemia reduces work productivity among young boys and girls, because if you'll feel weak, automatically what will happen, your blood sugar will come down, you will feel uneasy. Okay, and you can concentrate your study on your studies, and your productivity will come down, like this. In young girls and boys, it is, you can see. Complete the following from the passage. Effects of anemia on women and children. What are the effects? The passage which is the answers which are given here is, what are the effects? Limit growth. Growth is sustained. Development is not proper, means healthy. Your height is very height reduces, or body, weight reduces, like this. Limits growth, reduces concentration. You can't concentrate on properly on your studies, etc. Affects learning abilities. That's why you can't study properly. Learning ability becomes slow. Reduces physical fitness. Physically also you become unfit. Now you have to write in next activity A3. You have to write antonyms. Antonyms means what? Opposite words. The words which are given here. First one is major. The opposite word to major is minor. Second word is increase. Opposite word to increase is decrease. Higher, the opposite word is higher, lower. Higher, lower. Next one is natural, artificial. Natural, artificial. Words. Next one is do as directed. Grammar now. Question number 4. Do as directed. Anemia limits their growth. Begin with their growth. Now it is actually change the voice. Sentence is for change the voice. Anemia limits their growth. Answer is their growth is limited by anemia. Now their growth limits, it is, if you see the main verb limits, limit is main verb, yes is added to that. In question we can see anemia limits, yes is added. And the sentence will see that it is in simple present tense. And if the same simple present, if the sentence active voice, it is in simple present tense, in passive it will become, in passive it will become continuous present tense. That's why their growth is limited, is continuous present tense, is limited by anemia. Next question is, anemia affects women and children. Add a question tag. If you'll see the sentence, there is no helping verb in the sentence. Helping verb is not there. And if there is no helping verb, you have to focus on main verb. Main verb is affect. And yes is added to the main verb. It means that it is in simple present tense. That's why you have to use the dummy verb, dummy operator do or does. If the main verb is in infinitive form, you have to use do. If yes or es is added to the main verb, you have to use does. That's why the tag you will use is doesn't, because the sentence is in, because the sentence is positive, it is affirmative sentence. Affirmative sentence, you have to use negative tag. Doesn't, does not. And for anemia, the pronoun you will use is it. Doesn't it. Anemia affects women and children, doesn't it. Last question, personal response type question. What do you normally do when you are unwell, you are not well? At that time, what do you do? It is easy. What do? You go to doctor, you visit doctor. When I'm unwell, when you are not well, I visit the doctor. I take proper medicines on time and eat healthy food and sleep well, to take rest and avoid home remedies. You know, some people they try home remedies, and when they become serious they go to doctor. This is wrong. That's why you should avoid home remedies. Whenever you feel uneasy, whenever you feel unwell, at that time, first of all you should go to doctor, take proper medicine, eat healthy food, and you should take rest, proper rest. That only then you can be covered fast. So here we have completed section 4. Now section 5, writing skill. Will come to the writing skill. Question number 5. First question which is given here is, sorry, after question number 4a, we have to write question number 4b, summary writing. It is also for 5 marks. The passage which is given in question number 4a, you have to write summary of that. Effects of and title you have to give. Title is important. For title there is 1 mark. Compulsory you have to give title. Title has 1 mark. The title I have given, which I have given here, is effects of anemia. What is the effect of anemia? After that, summary I have written, important points I have taken, some repeated points I have dropped, and I have written the summary. The most important thing while writing summary is you should not do paragraph. In one paragraph, in short, within 5 sentences, you have to complete the summary. Anemia is a major problem that affects women and children. For youngsters, it limits their growth, development, reduces concentration to affect learning capabilities, which increases infection to result dropout. In one sentence, I have completed this. See, if you see the sentence, full stop is given, to result dropout. In the end, full sentence is only one. Complete 4 line, 5 line is one sentence. Okay. Second sentence, in girls, it leads to delivery problem in future. However, it is preventable by eating healthy food and taking iron folic tablets to maintain hemoglobin level. If you see this, in 3 sentences, I have completed the passage. Within 3 sentences, I have written summary. You feel that it is 1, 2, 3, 4 lines or more, but actual sentences are only 3. Understood all of you? So in this way, you have to write summary for 4 marks. Sorry, 5 marks. After that, section 5, writing skill. First one is formal and informal letter. You have to write, welcome to Mahabaleshwar. You have to give hotel contact is given, hotel tourist nearest and Mahabaleshwar. First send the letter which is written is formal letter. You have to write. In formal letter, what is the topic? Write a letter to the manager of tourist hotel informing about your tour, informing about your visit to Mahabaleshwar. giving details of your visit. See, I have written first sender's address, my address I have written. Any fake address you have to write. Address is not given here. That's why you have to write your own address. Rizvi Apartments, Air India Road, Kalina, Santa Cruz East, Mumbai 400010. 3rd Feb 2022. Now, to whom you are writing this letter? To the hotel manager. To the manager, hotel tourist, near ST stand Mahabaleshwar. Like this. To the manager. Sender's address. Receiver's address, sender's address. Both I have written. Sender, my address, receiver address, to whom you are writing. Subject. What is the subject? Room booking for 6th to 8th February, next week. Today is 3rd. In next week you are going 6th to 8th Feb, and other details you want to ask. That's why. Sir, I am planning to visit Mahabaleshwar along with my family and friends from 6th to 8th February 2022. And 6 to 8, 2 nights are included. 6 and 7. On 8 you will return. That's why 2 nights are there. There will be 6 of us. 6 people are there. Please tell me the types of rooms you have. AC, non-AC, single room, double room, hall, etc. Rooms you have and their charges. Are the rates inclusive of food? Means food is included in the charges or it's separated? We plan to visit the nearby tourist spots too. I want to means we want to visit the, for example, Pachgani is there, Tableland is there, different points are there, nearby points. Pratapgarh is there. I want to visit that also. Can you please make arrangements for taxis for us for these 3 days? Means if it is possible, can you give us taxi? Means their contacts are there. You know that they have all types of contacts. Okay. What are the payment modes? Can we pay online or offline? If we can pay online, make online payment. If it is convenient for you, it is good. It is better. Please let me know the details as soon as possible about this. Thanking you, yours faithfully xyz@gmail.com. This is formal letter. Next is informal letter. Informal letter you have to write to a friend about what is the question. Write a letter to your friend inviting him or her to Mahabaleshwar with you. See, I have written one small letter, informal letter. You can write more better than this. Rizvi Apartments, my sender's address. Who is writing the letter? You have tried that. Rizvi Apartments, Air India Road, Kalina, Santa Cruz East, Mumbai 400009, 3rd February 2022. Dear Rahul, hi. How are you? How are you all in your family? How are all in your family? I hope all is well. I am very happy, glad to tell you that, meaning is same. I'm happy or glad. I'm very glad to tell you that we all are planning a trip to Mahabaleshwar. All our friends will be joining us. All of our friends, just like a get together it is. All our friends will be joining us. I'm very excited to tell you that it will be a great fun for 2 days. In the next week, you are the Jan of our group. Means he was the main person, versatile member, versatile type character. Okay, the only versatile member. Without you, our trip will be like food without salt. Our trip will be like food without salt. Just like food without salt is tasteless. So without our food, our trip will be like that. So you have to come like this. We are planning to make a stay at Hotel Tourist near ST stand, Mahabaleshwar. All other details will be informed to you shortly. What, when to go, when we are returning, what are other points, who is coming, etc. All other things will be informed to you shortly. Just keep yourself free in the next week and plan accordingly. Next week we have to go. Plan according to that. Keep yourself free. Let me know ASAP. ASAP means as early as possible. ASAP. Waiting for your positive reply. I hope you will come. Yours lovingly, Ramesh. This is informal letter. Now, question number 6A, information transfer. The first question which is given here is passage which is given here is verbal to non-verbal. Verbal means in passage, you have to write it in non-verbal means diagram. Tree diagram is expected. Prepare a tree diagram. See, I have written here, tree diagram I have drawn. If you'll hold the paper like this horizontally, your diagram will be, neat, well, means it is not a congested one. If you'll hold the paper vertically, it will be congested one. See how I'm holding, you can see from the lines. It is horizontal one. Information transfer. Classification of sugar, it is natural sugar, processed sugar. These are two types of natural, processed. In natural sugar, how many are there? Fructose, glucose, maple, honey. These are types of natural sugar. Honey is there, maple is there, fructose, glucose. Processed sugar, which is available at market and which is produced in industry, etc. In produced sugar, there are raw cane is there, white is there, white sugar is there, and soft brown sugar is there. The people, most people consume in tea, coffee, etc. We all consume, eat white sugar in our food. There are two types of white sugar, Demerara and Barbados. Demerara and Barbados. Barbados has four types of sugar: sugar granules, icing sugar, cube sugar, and castor. These are types of sugar. So here I have drawn the information transfer. Okay. Now see, non-verbal to verbal. You can see that a graph is given here. What is the graph about? It is about, you have to see the graph, you have to give title for this. The graph is about reading preferences of students from BMC schools. Reading preference, title I have given, reading preference from BMC students. Okay. What is the diagram? See, I have explained. The following diagram is a graph which gives information about reading preferences of BMC students taken from some selected students. Now, what does the graph actually shows us? What information is given? The preferences data which is given here shows that 40%, first one you can see, first bar you can see, 40% of students like to read mystery books. Mystery means what? Suspense type. Mystical books, mystery. 30% of students like to read science fiction, scientific. 10% of students like to read non-fiction books. And most of the students, 50% of students like to read comic. Comic means what? Comedy, comic stories. Only 5% of students use dictionary. Very, very bad. You can see. Only 5% of students, they use dictionary. From above data, we can say that we can compare and conclude that most of the students prefer to read comics, means only for entertainment, and very less students use dictionary for their improvement of knowledge. Only 5% of students they use. So this is the information transfer. Next question is speech writing. You can see. Question number conservation of water. Conservation means what? To save the water. To save water. See, I have written, top points are given here. Remained water bodies on earth, need of water conservation, methods of water conservation. Speech I have written. See, honorable chief guests, respected teachers, dignitaries on the dais, and my dear friends. Today our school is celebrating Environment Day, and on this occasion, I, XYZ, is standing in front of you to say a few words about the conservation of water, which is crucial need of the day. Crucial means what? Important need. Water is the basic of life, basic of our life. Without water we can't survive. Without water there can be no life. However, we cannot use this resource irresponsibly. We can't use water irresponsibly. We need to conserve it, save it, so that everyone has enough his or her need. Everyone should use water. It should be enough for all needs of all people, today also, in future also. It is important. The methods of conservation can be artificial, like building dams, burns, etc. And it can be natural also, eco-friendly, means like water table, rainwater harvesting, etc. Collecting water from rainwater harvesting. Trees are the most important sources which can hold water in its roots, underground water, only trees can save that. Hence, more trees should be planted and deforestation should be banned. We have to stop deforestation, cutting off trees. At a personal level, how can one help to conserve water, to save water? How can you personally, how can you save water? It by judiciously. Instead of taking shower, you can use bucket for bathing. You can use bucket. Water will be saved. Taps should be turned off unnecessarily, which are flowing. No, sometimes water is flowing, the tap is on. Okay, even though it is flowing, water is flowing. To avoid the wastage of water, water can be recycled again and it can be used for toilets and gardening also. That water which comes from the kitchen water or bathroom, it can be directed towards garden so that it can be recycled again. Finally, I'll end my speech by repeating that one of the best and easiest methods to increase water resources is by planting more trees. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my thoughts and listening me peacefully. Jai Hind. So this is the speech which I have written. You can write some other points also, add according to you. Okay. Next one is counter review. Sports should be optional in schools. Actually, this is very important topic. Sports should be optional in school. Actually, no. Sports are very important. Why? View section is given, counter view you have to write. See, I have cleared here everything. See, you can understand. I think that sports are very important to keep a person healthy and fit. Sports keep a person mentally and physically fit, which reduces stress and tension. Even doctors advise each and everyone to exercise daily. Some students, even if they are poor in studies, they are good in sports and they can make their career, even get government jobs because of their achievement in sports, which starts from their schooling, from your childhood life, from your school. You can achieve these things. With your achievement, you can get job also, government job also. Separate quota, government quota is there for sports. Sports quota is there. Even if some students have little sport background, from their family, they develop leadership qualities, confidence, decision making, and sportsmanship spirit to accept ups and downs in your life, success and failure in your life, to cope up any situation in life. Even after the stardom and as a change in work, we can play and freshen up our mind. So instead of thinking sports as an option, today it's a full-time career option for all. This is what I feel. In counter view, I have written all points I have covered. In creative writing, see now, last question number 7. In creative writing, developing sorry, first of all, expand question number 7a, expand the theme. The theme which is given here is perseverance is a key to success. Perseverance means what? Perseverance means working continuously. Working continuously. Now, even if failure comes to you don't accept that failure. Again, you have to get up. Again, you have to work hard. This is to stick up for something and to fight for that. It is perseverance. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other. The city of Rome, like all great works, was not built over in one day. It was built over many years of hard work. Means it took many years to build city of Rome. William Harvey took 12 years to find out how blood is circulated in human body. It took 12 years to investigate that. It takes 1 year of continuous and hard study to do well in the examination. Within 2 days, you can't achieve 90% marks. You have to work hard, full year throughout the year, and then you can get good marks in exam. The students who come in the merit list in the SSC exam study for long hours every day. Continuously they are studying. If you want to be good at any sport or to play a musical instrument well, you have to practice for hours. Cricketers, football player or musicians, they practice for continuously hours and hours. They are practicing and then they become perfect. Then only will you be able to impress people with your skill. So always remember that in order to achieve something great, you have to persevere for a long period of time. Practice makes man perfect, like this. Even after failure, you have to get up again with new energy and fight back for success, because it's often the last key in the bunch that opens the lock. You never know which key can open the success life, means which key can open the lock, like this. After that, news or report, grand arts and craft competition is arranged. You have to write a report on that. See, in our school, Mumbai, this is headline is written. Headline has 1 mark. You have to underline that grand arts and craft competition. Then after that, dateline, place, date, name of the reporter. It comes in dateline. Mumbai, February 2. The grand arts and craft competition held at the Shastri Nagar here from 25th January to 1st February went off. Means it finished now. Superbly. There were stalls exhibiting paintings, photographs, various arti- uh, artifacts were there, arts were there, and traditional wear from the various parts of Mumbai. There were also food stalls and folk dance competitions were there. Visitors came and went all through the day and evening between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to view the local talent. To attract more people, parking and entrance was free. This year, prizes had been announced for the best stall and best innovative idea. The prize for best stall went to Koliwada Samajik Pratishthan. They had displayed beautiful natural hand woven materials and bags. The prize for the best idea went to the environmentalists of Kolaba. Their stall had useful articles made out of waste material. It was obvious from the happy looks that everyone was thrilled with the exhibition. In the end, I have written by S. Rao, TOI, name of the news reporter I have written. By S. Rao, TOI, Times of India. Next one, question number 7B. Expand the, sorry, developing a story. What is the story? In the end, thus I was felicitated by the headmaster of our school in the school assembly. It was a memorable day for me, like this. See, I have written according to me. You can write more better, more creative story than me. See what I have written. It was a routine day in our school. After school assembly, we were heading towards our classrooms, and while walking, I suddenly saw a bag near the water tank. I opened the bag and to my surprise, there was a bag filled with water. I quickly opened the bag and poured water into the bag. Then I ran back to my classroom. I filled the bag with water and went near the water tank. I opened the bag and to my surprise, there was a bag filled with some important documents in it. I took the bag to my teacher. I took it to my teacher and showed it. The teacher verified all the documents and searched contact number from it and called the person. To my surprise, it was my friend's mother. She was searching it madly here and there. She came running to school in our office and with tears in eyes thanked me and our teachers. She was badly in need of some money for medical reason, and so she was going to a bank for loan. And in the same tension, she forgot the bag while drinking water in a hurry. She felt relaxed when she got her bag after afterwards she went everywhere. Everyone admired me. After she has gone, everyone admired me, praised me for my deed. On the next day in our assembly, I was felicitated by the headmaster of our school. It was a memorable day for me. So here the question paper ends. Last question, question number B, narrate the experience. It is the same from the last question paper. I hope you all know that the question is repeated from the last question paper. So I expect that you should see the question from the last question paper only. Means Nikita madam has last session she has written answer for this. She has taken session for this. Same question is repeated in the question paper. That's why I will not take. Already it is late. That's why I'll stop here. Madam, shall I stop? Any student, if any student has any doubt, he or she can ask. Otherwise, we will end the meeting. Here we have completed the session. I hope you have understood it. It was full for you.
Yes, student. Anyone have doubts? Please ask, sir.
I
Please
think
raise.
no one has any doubt. If anyone has doubt, you can raise your hand. Yes. Otherwise, we'll stop.